And welcome to the Native News Today. We thank you for joining us this morning. Gerald Wofford joined alongside Jason Salzman, and we are reporting almost live here from the Bricktown District in downtown Oklahoma City, very historic area. And specifically, we are reporting live from the Oklahoma Native Art and Jewelry. Our thanks to manager Angela White Antelope for allowing us to be here and to use her facilities here. And Jason, we mentioned we're here in the Bricktown District, and specifically the Oklahoma Native Art and Jewelry. It's right here along the waterway, but if you're looking at your map, being a tourist, you may not find this store specifically on your map.
Yeah, specifically on the Bricktown map. They don't even have it on the Bricktown map. But if you're watching today, you have the very, very great opportunity to notice a diamond in the rough in the Bricktown District. This place is great. You walk through the doors here and you get a taste of culture that you might not be able to get anywhere else, and I'm serious about that. You walk into this store and you really get a glimpse of what it's all about. They're about Native people, about promoting Native people and showcasing the greatest things about our cultures, and it really is great to know that it's right here in Bricktown District, and even though not everyone recognizes it, we do, and the viewers that are watching us will too, and we're very proud to say that we are here at Oklahoma Native Art and Jewelry.
And we just want to say, I know a lot of you all out there like visiting, seeing different places, like finding those hidden treasures, if you will. Well, this is one of those hidden treasures, Oklahoma Native Art and Jewelry here in the Bricktown District. You come right down the waterway, see the boats and everything, be looking at the shop store signs, you'll find it. Very good people here. In fact, as we progress throughout the show, we will be recording and reporting live from inside, or again, I can say almost live, as we introduce our news segment. So you'll see a little bit inside the store as well as we progress. But speaking of the show, we've got some interviews, and as we always say, very enlightening, very exciting, very interesting show for you, as we always have. Last week, Jason Salzman was able to interview Flint Coal Corporation President Robin Ballinger, so we'll be showing that new segment as well. And we also were able to talk with a Native American rapper and artist, right?
Rapper, artist, actor, motivational speaker. The man wears
sells popcorn.
Yeah, the man wears many hats. I tell you that. The guy's name is Feathers, I guess you can say as well. Lightfoot, his name is, and you probably recognized him from some movies. He was in Code Talkers. He was in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He was in The Indian in the Cupboard. He was in many shows, and gained fame through that. And he's using that avenue to be a motivational speaker to today's Native American youth. It's the Reach the Res tour that he's a part of, and they go around to over 200 reservations and communities, Indian communities and reservations around the country, and they span over 21,000 miles. So lots of traveling and lots of road work. But thankfully, our correspondent, Selina Jane Dornan, even though this guy keeps a heck of a schedule, she was actually able to run him down and get an interview. So he'll be on the show as well. So you got.
I think she said the magic words. She slipped him inside a cupboard and then pulled him back out. And he was big again.
Oh, Little Bear, wasn't it?
Yeah, Little Bear. There you go. Okay.
And we got a rapper. We got a construction chairman of the board on there at Flintco.
And always a traditional event that happens each year at this time is the Red Earth Powwow and Festival.
Yes, sir.
And we attended the press conference in the state capitol in the Blue Room, so we'll give you that press conference as well as some interesting interviews along with that. Also, too, we went to the deep in the heart of Gadua country. There, George Wycliffe, chief of the Gaduas, as well as Durbin Feeling, one of the language instructors there with the tribe and with the University of Oklahoma. So we'll tell you about the things that the Gatua, or Gadua, as you want to say, what they are doing to preserve the Cherokee language.
They're doing a great job, Mr. Feeling there. As you talked to him, you've known him for a long time. I'm sure that was very satisfying for you to be able to go back and talk to him again.
Well, when I was a youngin', he was a deacon at our church, Little Rock Indian Baptist Church near Locust Grove. So a lot of great memories there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he set you in the corner a few times even, huh?
Well, we need to go on with the show here. We're going to take a quick break here. On the other side, we'll continue on as the Native News Today rolls along.
The Native American Times provides news coverage that is specifically tailored to the Native American perspective. We emphasize an understanding of special issues such as sovereign rights, civil rights, and government-to-government relations. Our staff of reporters and columnists provide a daily digest of news that is often utilized for national outlets such as CNN, NBC News, ABC News, the Los Angeles Times, and many others, because the whole world is Indian country.
It's time to play. It's the Wheel of Fortune Casino promotion, and it's only at Tulsa's $1 Million Realm Casino in May. Play your favorite games and become eligible to spin the $1 Million Realm prize wheel for cash, prizes, and a chance to become a contestant on TV's Wheel of Fortune. It's the Wheel of Fortune Casino promotion, and it's only at Tulsa's $1 Million Realm Casino. Every spinner is a winner at $1 Million Realm Casino, 36th Street North in the Yellowman, Tisdale, and Tulsa. An Osage Nation Gaming Enterprise.
And welcome back to the program. Recently, Jason Salzman sat down with Robin Ballinger, the Mvskoke company in Tulsa, and very interesting lady there, very entrepreneurial, professional lady.
Yes, chairman of the board, does a lot of things for that company, and it's a great interview. All right, we're here on the grounds of Mvskoke Corporation with the chairman of the board, Miss Robin Ballinger here. And Miss Ballinger, thank you very much for being on the program today and being with us.
Thank you very much.
All right. Just want to talk with you a little bit about some certain things, specifics about the company, really. Tell us a little bit about the company history of Mvskoke and a little bit of Native American heritage tied in there, too.
It all started back in the early 1900s when my Cherokee grandparents met in the hayfields of Oklahoma, White Oak near Veneta, which is where our Cherokee land allotment is. He was a hand in the hayfields, and she was serving the hands lunch, and I guess the rest is pretty much just history. He bought into what was then Tulsa Rig, Reel, and Manufacturing Company in 1908, and we were building at that time the big wooden oil rigs and derricks for the Oklahoma oil boom. And that pattern, I think, we pretty much repeated, following our customers and our customers' needs and what the marketplace demands. During World War II, there was a need for military training facilities, and we built those. Including Camp Gruber here in Oklahoma. And now the company has grown to provide pretty much all the services I hope that our customers need. Pre-construction, general contracting, construction management, design build. I hope we give it all. We have expanded now to 9 offices nationwide. Our business model is to operate in second-tier cities that are still experiencing growth. We've got an office in Sacramento, Albuquerque, Memphis, Oklahoma City, Northwest Arkansas, Springfield, Missouri, Oklahoma City, and here in Tulsa. Well, we have worked for 40 tribes, pueblos, and rancherias. A quarter of our business right now comes from our Native American work. Some of my favorite projects recently have been, well, a kindergarten through 12 school in Bellingham, Washington, for the Lummi tribe. The Lummi are trying to gather up their children from the public schools there and educate them themselves using a tribally centered curriculum. And this school will help them do that. And I was sure proud to have a part in that. And of course, our Cherokee work. You know, way back, we built the Talking Leaves Job Center. It was a thrill to be at the opening of the Wilma Mankiller Health Center because it was such a dream for Wilma. And of course, recently, the big casino.
Exactly right. And your work is recognized throughout the state and throughout the country, I'm sure, but it's also recognized by your own people, Native Americans. Talk a little bit about the American Indian Chamber of Commerce and some of the awards that you've been bestowed upon this company and what that means to you.
Well, everybody likes to win awards. It is wonderful. We were the large business of the year this year. That was a thrill. But I think for me personally, the award that was the biggest thrill was the Community Spirit Award. Because, my father always told me that to whom much is given, much is expected. And Mvskoke has been so blessed. We have wonderful people. we have fun. We've been lucky, and so it's our job to, at each and every office, every job site, to give back to the community. And we've done it in various ways. We've strung Christmas lights. We've built hogans. Out of every office, there's been an outpouring, and I'm proud of that.
It definitely does. You kind of walk in, you get the feel of a team environment here, and is that one of the main things that you attribute to the success and the ongoing success of this company in the future?
Gosh, I hope so. I mean, we are a collaboration. Everybody here at Flintco is important, especially to me, the people on the job site, because they do the things that I can't do. You don't want me estimating drywall or setting a schedule. Our people on the job site, some of them, in remote locations that are putting our projects in place, those are the ones that I think are the most crucial. And yes, it is a team effort, absolutely.
All right, and what would you estimate, would you say, you talk about job sites there, what would you estimate how many are out there now? Could you even estimate? I mean, there's probably so many, that's probably a tough chore, but...
Oh, Jason, if I get it wrong, our other people in the company will crawl all over me. I can tell you we have 791 employees. I believe that's correct as of today. In many, many, many different locations, putting work in place.
Great job, and you guys certainly got to keep up the good work. Everywhere you look, there's Flintco going on and making this a better state, and in other places making those better states as well. And we really appreciate you and are honored to have you on this program, Miss Ballinger. And anytime you'd like to come on and share some of your thoughts, it'd be great. And we really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, that's Robin Ballinger, chairman of the board here at Flintco Company, right here in Tulsa.
Jason Salzman reporting on that story on Robin Ballinger of Flintco. Going to take a quick break. You're watching the Native News Today.
Have you been denied your Social Security disability claim? Owen Parvin and Associates can help you get what you rightly deserve. We're willing to go with you every step of the way and can take your claim through the system to get the results you need. And our help is at no risk to you. If your claim doesn't produce winning results, our services don't require compensation. Owen Parvin and Associates. We're willing to fight to make sure that your affairs are always handled fairly.
Welcome back to the Native News Today. You know, summertime here brings a lot of Native American events, a lot of things happening statewide in the Sooner State, and that also goes with powwows and everything. And one of the most historic events in the state of Oklahoma at this time of year is the Red Earth Festival.
Yeah, it really is. It's been something that Native Americans in this state have been very proud of for a long time, and that's because of the people that work in it and really get it organized and everything. And recently I was up in Oklahoma City, got a chance to be at the Media Day for Red Earth, and here's how it went down. The Blue Room at the State Capitol building in Oklahoma City was splashed with a little Native culture on May 11th as tribal leaders, event organizers, and various news outlets gathered for the 2006 Red Earth Festival Media Day. Red Earth Executive Director Connie Yellowman talked about the event.
I've been Executive Director since December of 2004, so I had my first festival in this position last year. This year is such an exciting year. It's the 20th year, plus the fact that we're returning to our home, downtown Oklahoma City, and there is just excitement through the town, throughout this state, as well as North America. We have so many artists who are returning as juried artists. We have dancers coming from all over North America, and so I anticipate it being bigger than we've seen in a long time. It's very exciting.
Accomplished artist and this year's Red Earth Honored one, Mike Larsen, is familiar with the festival.
We were involved with Red Earth at the very start in 1987. Very first year, it was down at what is now the Cox Center. And as it turned out, we were the first grand award winner that year. The important thing for us there was that the judges for that show were Alan Hauser and Dick West. And so we went on from there to become good friends with those two men. But it was a scary time. It was the first year for Red Earth. It was outdoor. Nobody knew if it would work or if anybody would come and see it. but an enormous number of people came, and especially the second year, the crowds were just tremendous. And we became uninvolved for the last several years, except as viewers and clients and like that of Red Earth. But it's good for us, and we're very excited about being involved again. And so we look forward to Red Earth becoming even bigger and better than it has been.
Betty Price, who serves as Executive Director for the Oklahoma Arts Council, is honored to be this year's Red Earth Ambassador of the Year.
This festival really started as a dream, and that dream was with some very visionary people here in Oklahoma City who decided that we needed to create an art market for our American Indian artists. And little did we realize when we started Red Earth that the dance would also become such an exciting part of it. And those first few years were very hard, but we did what we wanted to do. We brought in not only Oklahoma artists, but artists from across the nation who participated in the visual arts and also in dance. And as we progressed over the years, we've had some top audiences, sometimes a little less, but we are relocating this year back in downtown Oklahoma City, and we expect this to be the greatest Red Earth possible.
Jason Salzman reporting on the Red Earth Festival coming up from the Blue Room in the state capitol. And Jason, a lot of people excited about the festival.
Yes, and rightly so. They do a great job of organizing it, always have, and always will continue to do so. And I know a lot of the businesses, Native American businesses around here, such as the one we're coming to you from today, are very excited to be a part of such a great tradition, and like I said, one that will continue on for many years.
And as the Red Earth Festival and other powwow events happen throughout the summer, we'll certainly keep you updated on all those things going on in Indian country. You're watching the Native News Today.
At the Palace Grocery, located on 201 North Main in Fairfax, we have custom-cut meats at great prices for dinners, powwows, or any special event. Our ground beef is only $1 all day, every day. You know our food is top of the line because we are established and owned by the Osage tribe, and we believe in taking care of our Indian people. Our superb checkers will ensure you leave with a smile. So come by and check us out or call us up. And remember, we deliver. All right, welcome back to Native News Today. And Gerald, the Reach the Res tour has been coming through Indian country, Creek country specifically. And our own Salina Jane Dornan, our correspondent with Native News Today, was down in the Creek complex and recently caught up with Lightfoot. He's the Native American rapper, musician, actor, wears many hats, and motivational speaker, and he does the Reach the Res tour, reaches out to many reservations and communities all over the country, and over 21,000 miles this guy travels. So Salina Jane Dornan was very lucky to catch up with the guy that's always on the move. Here's Salina Jane with Lightfoot.
We appreciate you being here today. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing, Lightfoot.
Right now, we're very honored to be here in the Creek Nation, who is one of our sponsors of the Reach the Res tour, and that's exactly what we're doing, is reaching the res, reaching the communities here in Oklahoma, and it's part of a nationwide effort to reach 211 communities in 40 states, 200,000 miles in unprecedented, historic fashion to make a statement to our people, especially our youth, that what it is that we speak to them, what it is we want from them isn't just talk, that it's action, and that what better way for us to go out there and prove that to them but by putting action behind the talk and doing that on a nationwide level and letting all of our people know that it's just not about one tribe, it's about all of our tribes, and it's about all of our people, and it's got to be about something that we can come together over. And I truly believe that at the essence of this and what it is that's spoken to them is that the Creator is at the essence of these things, and it's at the basis of all of the things that we're trying to do as far as solutions for them and give them hope and give them a tomorrow. And that's what it's always been for us as a people, I believe, has been with the Creator. So really making that a priority again in Indian country.
Right. Well, and I understand this week and all next week you're going to be here in Oklahoma, going to a lot of the small communities. I know today you're going down to Okemah, and you're going to be down at the Eufaula boarding school. So you're visiting a lot of our Native communities and sharing the message that you have for them.
Definitely, and it doesn't matter if one community is maybe just an hour away from the other. We're not trying to get kids to go from that community and bus them over to another one. We want to go to that community and let them know that they're important, that they're special. And literally we'll be here all month in Oklahoma. And we had to dedicate a whole month because, being this where I'm from, so we had to make sure and get out there and reach all of our tribes in as many places as we possibly can. So definitely all of the month of May.
And I understand that they're also trying to arrange a live concert that you're going to be actually performing as well as not just speaking.
Saturday we'll be doing a concert in Holdenville. It's at 6 o'clock p.m. Previous to that, there'll be a talk at 3 o'clock p.m. And we want everybody to come out. All of these events are free. It doesn't cost anything, and we just want everybody to be involved in this effort. And to me, the success of it is really dependent upon everybody's involvement. And we just had a really wonderful turnout across the country. I mean, we just got done doing New Mexico, Arizona, California, Oregon, and it's just been beyond my wildest expectations.
And any plans for any future appearances here in Oklahoma?
We'll be doing the Cherokee Nation. We'll be up all the way up into Miami and all the tribes up that way, and then we'll go back over to the Osages, and then we'll wrap up things in the north of Tulsa, and then we'll move up into Kansas and then Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, and then we'll be in Colorado for the North American Indigenous Games to kick that off.
Okay. So anybody interested in seeing Lightfoot or getting more information, just call the Creek Nation, and we'll have some information for you and maybe a schedule of where he's going to be. And we appreciate you speaking with us today.
They can also go to www.reachtheres.org, and there'll be a schedule of the events right there so that everybody can see where it is that we're going to be. So by all means, we want you to come out and support, and we want to say especially thank you to the Creek Nation for their support of this effort and for being involved and making a statement to all the rest of the tribes in this country about what it's going to take to make a difference in Indian country and a better future for our youth. So we just want to say thank you very much to the Creek Nation and making sure that this message gets out there.
Special correspondent Selina Jane Dornan reporting with Native American actor Lightfoot. And if you'd like to find out more information about Lightfoot and Reach the Res Tour, there's a webpage to go to.
Yes, there is. It's www.reachtheres.org, O-R-G, and that is the website for that tour that's going all across and reaching out to America's Native American youth and doing a great job with it.
And our thanks to Selina Jane Dornan for that interview.
Great job, Selina.
That's right. Let's take a quick break here, and you are watching the Native News Today.
Today's world is far different than the one our ancestors knew. But though times have changed, we the Mvskoke Creek people remain a strong people. Many of our traditions continue to thrive in today's modern world. For 1,000 years and more we have been here, and we will be here for 1,000 more. Times have changed, but so have we, and the Mvskoke Creek people are a part of this time, this country, and this economy.
And welcome back to the Native News Today. We thank you for joining us this morning. Gerald Wofford with Jason Salzman. And recently we paid a visit to Gadooba Country, that's in Tahlequah there, to visit with Principal Chief George Wycliffe, as well as one of the language instructors with the tribe, Durbin Feeling. And Durbin not only teaches the Cherokee language, he's also one of the instructors at the University of Oklahoma in Norman. And as you'll see in this news segment, the preservation of the culture and the language specifically is very important to the tribe.
Let's not forget the gift that God gave us in our language.
We believe one of these days, and we don't know how soon, we are going to have a program that we will be offering right where the main trust of our population is, where we will have people teaching babies how to speak our language as their first language.
When you turned 6, you were let off at the school, and everybody speaks English, and I didn't speak English at all. I knew a few words, but I couldn't, like, as far as verbalization in English, I couldn't do that. So I had a lot of trouble in my first year at school, in my first grade. I remember getting paddlings and whippings for not being able to explain, misplaced books, readers, and things like that, or anything else that needed explaining. I would get a paddling for that. And that's true with a lot of people. Back in the 30s and 40s, same thing happened in these BIA schools, and there's some horror stories that you can hear about that. And I took a different route when, even though I had paddlings just about every day for not being able to communicate with my teachers, I determined to learn both languages, I guess, kind of equally well. And so I guess you can go all the way back to that. I didn't get discouraged at all from getting paddlings. I think it just worked the other way around. It was kind of like an incentive for me to learn English as well as Cherokee. I think it just went from there. When I got out of high school, went to college, and began to work around the Cherokees, Cherokee Nation at first, and then the Kituas later on. I was inspired to teach everybody that spoke the language to read and write. That was my goal. Sadly, though, there were a lot of Cherokees who would say, "Well, why do we need to learn how to read and write? I know how to speak it. That's all that matters." Well, you and I both know that it's not. That's not that way. What if, the English speaker said that? I can speak English and that's it. I don't have to learn how to read and write. So it'd be chaos. And so that's the way I looked at it, and began a quest to teach everybody that would listen and want to learn. Each Cherokee taught another Cherokee. And I think the chief said that a while ago too. But I think if we would go back to that formula, instead of having a teacher teaching many, those who know how to speak the language take the time. If they meet somebody, do you know how to read and write? If they don't know how to read and write, let me teach you. You can learn how to read and write in 8 hours, or even less, depending on how you apply yourself. So even if one person learn how to read and write in a matter of the course, I'm happy. I mean, that's one more reader,
And a great job by Gerald Wofford with that interview. Very, very informational, and great job down there with the Kituwa Chief and Mr. Feeling. We'll be right back with more Native News Today.
Come and visit the Osage Tribal Tourism and Visitor Center in Pawhuska. The museum has an extensive collection of works from Osage artists. Special events happening in May and June include Stories of the Cedar Chest, an all-Osage art show and market, tours of the Osage Tribal Campus, and a celebration titled Self-Determination and Unification of the Osage Nation.
And thank you for joining us again for the Native News Today. And as always, we say at this time, it's time for us to say so long, but we always say a big mado, all the thank yous out there for joining us. And as always, you got news stories out there going on, and we know that you do. You got a proud grandmother out there wanting to boast about her grandson or granddaughter, or just something going on, contact us, and we'd love to do a news story about all the things that are happening out there in Indian country. And Jason, how do they get in touch with us?
Or they could even boast about themselves, for that matter. All right, follow the bouncing ball here. We're going to go 918-732-7637 for the phone number, 918-758-0824 for our fax, or you can reach us by email. Mine is jsalzman@muskogenation-nsn.gov, and you can reach this guy right here, quite a character, at gwofford@muskogenation-nsn.gov. If you don't get on the show, it's not our fault. It's now. You got the information. Gerald?
As Jason said too, even if you're just bragging about yourself, but there's a good old Indian saying, it ain't bragging if it's true.
That's true.
So let us know about those news stories. We really want to report. Jason Salzman with Gerald Wofford and our producer Josh Lane, we thank you for joining us. In the meantime, take care. God bless.